What's up, guys? So, in the tradition of my triple PC review, I decided to do another triple game review. For those that didn't catch it last time, I reviewed 3 different games for PC, and then I sort of had a runoff and chose one to continue playing. In that case, it was Firewatch, so look forward to another Firewatch video coming. But in this case, I decided to use my wonderful SupaBoy, courtesy of Hyperkin. Hyperkin, they didn't have to. I love that they gave me this nice felt little carrying case for my SupaBoy. My one little criticism, though, is the system fits in there just fine, but as you know, you have to sort of insert the cartridge into the system, so it sticks just out. It sticks out just like in a Super Nintendo. So I can't fit the game alongside, you know what I mean? I can't fit the game in the travel case. If I'm taking this somewhere, obviously I would need to take at least one game, and I don't know if I can fit a game in there as well. But anyway, I have compiled 3 Super Famicom games. Super Famicom is the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. My SupaBoy, it can play everything. It can play PAL games, it can play, American games, but it can also play the Japanese Famicom game, so that's why I'm taking advantage of that. So I found a retro store right near me that has the 3, that has Super Famicom games, so I picked 3 to kind of do a similar runoff and choose one to continue playing. But yeah, let's go in. Let's get the SupaBoy out of the wonderful travel case here. Oh, look at that. The SupaBoy Black Gold. That's a beaut. That's a beaut right there. I love that. And that's where your game goes. And as you can see, you have the little switch here to play PAL games, or I guess that means North American NTSC. I guess for Famicom, you don't need to slide this at all. You just slap the game in and it works. But yeah, before I play any, let me introduce the 3. So let's see. We have this guy here is the Japanese version of Puyo. That's a puzzle game. Basically, it did come to this country, but in a different form. This is a very interesting case where Puyo, it was a puzzle game with it's sort of a Tetris-like game, but it has these like cute anime characters, and this was back in the age where, for whatever reason, game companies were like, oh, well, anime characters, that's not big in North America, they'll never sell over here, so we needed to change it, we needed to make it more American. And then, smash cut to present day, where like anime like Demon Slayer is like ruling the world, North America included. Like, we're getting the Demon Slayer movies in movie theaters just as normal releases, same with like the My Hero Academia movies, etc. But yeah, back then they had a very different mindset with anime stuff. So anyway, it's interesting because when Puyo came over to this country, the Super Nintendo version, they made it Kirby's Avalanche. Okay, so they gave it a Kirby reskin to make it more appealing to North American fans. And then overall on the Genesis side, Sega Genesis had Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. You might be familiar with that one. I had that as a kid. Oh man, Mean Bean Machine, I play that for hours. So yeah, if you're familiar with Mean Bean Machine, it's this exact same type of puzzle game. One of my favorites, so I have a feeling I'm going to really like this one. The cartridge slot, right? I mean, I should have brought a Super Nintendo one to compare. They are a different size and shape, so that's interesting. Where the Super Nintendo cartridge fits, right in, especially the Super Game Boy fits right into the slot. The Super Famicom ones don't exactly fit, so it's a little complicated. It doesn't always work, and if you jostle it a little bit, it screws it up. They can come unplugged pretty easily. So I apologize. There's going to be some technical difficulties here, but let's start with Super Puyo. Give me a second to. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay, there you go. You got a cute little anime girl. Yep, that's pretty nice. All these options that I don't really understand. See. It's gonna be difficult to film this. Okay, so anyway, I don't know. That's the main problem here, is I don't understand Japanese. But we'll make this work somehow. So if I could just get that to stand. Oh, okay, it's standing. It's standing. All right, let's go with that. This is the training course, stage 1, stage 4. So kind of like beginner, intermediate, hard mode. I don't know anything, so let's start with of course, the tutorial is going to be in Japanese, which won't help me too much, but okay. There we go. Yeah, here's Sans from Undertale. Blah blah blah. Yeah, she's cute anime girl. Okay. So then, oh geez. Yeah. Okay. So you hit the B to kind of switch them around. There you go. And then the D-pad. This is gonna be impossible to play with one hand, but yep, that's how you. Yep, okay. And then you, yeah, there you go. And then you, okay, and then you just gotta, there you go. Oh, yep. Okay, I wanna make one more match, come on. Okay, and then just, oh. Yep. Boom, I did it. I did it. I won't bore you too much with the gameplay of this because you get the picture, I think, and also this is borderline impossible to play without, yeah. And then, yeah, I just screwed that up because I'm trying to, oh, and it outlines, oh, I'm about to make a match. Let's go. I'm gonna beat you, Sans. Okay, and then, ooh. There we go. Woo! Okay, and then I'm gonna make another match. This is a very fun, especially 2-player. I'd play so much of Bean Bean Machine with a friend back in the day. But yeah, there you go. Make a little match there. Oh, yeah, and then when you make a lot of matches, you can throw these stones or bubbles on your opponent's side of the field. All right, I think that's enough of that. I guess that means pause. Yeah, again, a little bit of difficulty since I don't speak Japanese, but like with puzzle games, they're doable. You can figure it out. And same thing with like action or adventure games. RPGs are impossible. RPGs are impossible, so that's not going to work. Speaking of impossible, so yeah, that's enough for Puyo right now. Let me let's go in. So this is in Japanese. It is a famous game by Spike Chunsoft, who have become known for their their visual novels. This is Banshee's Last Cry, is I believe the English title. This is one of the more famous, basically one of the first visual novels. Debuted on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. Never came over here. Also, what's interesting is I was Googling this, and this got a remake on the PS Vita back in like 2018 or so. And again, the title, Banshee's Last Cry, that might sound familiar. So Ryukishi07, the writer for Higurashi When They Cry, worked on the remake of this game. So that's a little interesting tidbit. You know, When They Cry, Banshee's Last Cry. This author just works on horror games that have the word cry. Because Higurashi When They Cry, that's a very famous, more modern day horror visual novel. Anyway, let's give this a shot and see how far I can get. Yep. Oh, it's working. Chunsoft. So yeah, that's okay. Yep. Little blood splatter. Yep. From what I gathered, it's like a murder mystery. You're on like vacation, you're skiing and stuff, and somebody like died or whatever, and you gotta, I don't know. I'm gonna do my best, but I'm probably like look up. Yeah, if I do decide on this one to keep playing, I'll probably like find like a fan translation on YouTube or something and watch it. I guess this is like a save file. Let's just. Okay, so yeah. I don't know. Option 1, I guess. Asking me a question. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm in a house. I can choose A or B. Sure. Now I'm in this room with a bunch of typewriters or phones or something. Okay. Yeah. Again, I don't speak Japanese. This is gonna be very, very difficult. I just kind of got the silhouettes of some mysterious figures. when I was filling around, I'll try and get a scene with where it's snowing, because that was like a really cool effect actually. And let me just say this game, and there's another one at the same time by Spike Chunsoft for Super Famicom, another visual novel. It was called something like Otogiriso or something. But these two games were the first games that they, like, again, pioneered the visual novel concept, and the whole thing, they pioneered the idea of, you know, before these games, right? So you would have, you know, dialogue or narration in these little text boxes at the bottom of the screen. These games started the visual novel trend of, like, having this, like, you know, illustrated background with, like, words flying across the screen. Like, that's what every visual novel looks like, you know, now. Now it's not a big deal, but back then, this was, like, revolutionary. But yeah, there's just like a lot of dialogue, a lot of descriptions, and you make choices, and I assume there's different endings and stuff. I really don't know. I don't know. This game interests me again because I do love horror visual novels in general. I love a Higurashi When They Cry, but and this is like a foundational one. But yeah, obviously, and we never got an English port of any version of this game, unfortunately. Even the PlayStation Vita game was only in Japan, as usual. Japan gets all the good stuff. But I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, just, I guess these three people are saying something to me. You know, gomen nasai, I don't understand you. Yeah, here's the phones again. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I get A, B, or C. Let's do C. Let's do, option C this time. Oh dear, I might have made it froze. I might have made it freeze. Oh, let's reset. Let's try this again. Okay, it's very finicky with the Famicom. Let me just fill with this for a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's very sensitive, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to. This isn't working. This is not working. Yeah, I kind of have to hold it. I just have to hold it at the right angle so that the cartridge doesn't, like, jostle. It's pretty annoying, actually. Let me try a different save file. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you before. Yeah, we're skiing. We're like, oh yeah, we're on vacation. So this is before the term visual novel was even a thing. This is when they called them sound novels, because again, it's like there's not much interaction, there's not much gameplay, there's not much visually going on. I mean, you are looking at these different backdrops, but you're mostly going off of, like, the different sounds to accompany the text. So that's what makes it different from just, like, reading a novel. You get, like, you at least get some of the cool, like, sound effects to go with it. Yeah, again, I don't know it's just a lot of words. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, fam. Yeah, we're on vacation with the fam. We're skiing. Someone's gonna get murdered, I guess. But I mean, we're not yet. Everyone's pretty happy right now. I want to show, when is it? Okay, we're on the ski lift. Yeah, that's cool. I want to show you the snow effect because it's pretty cool, actually. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, we're revving the engine or something. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, you see that? Do you see that effect? That's a cool effect. That snow effect is actually pretty righteous. And again, it's hard to tell. I apologize for the glare. The SupaBoy has a very nice, you know, it's not like my Switch OLED screen or anything, but it has a very nice screen, it does. And the picture quality is crystal clear. I love it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of text. That's a lot of words. Yep. Now we're in the house. We're gonna pick option B. Now what happens? Oh, now we're in the bedroom. Let's do it. Let's go to sleep. I guess that's me in the corner there. Is that me? Oh, a knock at the door. Who is it? Someone entered my room and is sitting on my bed. I don't know who. Yeah, it's taking a nap. Yeah, I don't know. This is, you know, I think you've gotten the gist. I've hit a wall with not being able to speak Japanese, not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So maybe I'll like be able to find a fan translation of this game or something. Again, this is just something fun to say that I own this and like fiddle around with it and stuff when I want to. I mainly just want to put this to the test and see if my you know, Japanese games would work on this thing, and they do. I was shocked. Because for me, I said it before, but like I got this thing just because I found so many of my old like Super Nintendo games like in storage that I thought I had lost, and I'm like, hey, like I'd love to like be able to play these portably. Oh, here you go. You know, this thing exists. This wonderful old handheld. You know, so that's what I got this for, to play my old Super Nintendo games. Playing Famicom games is just like a bonus, like a cherry on top that I didn't even expect. And I still haven't messed around with the PAL games yet. I still have to do that. So yeah, if anyone knows any like whatever European exclusive games, let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna try and track one down. I might have to fill. This one is like especially finicky. I'm gonna have to fiddle with that for a little bit to get this to work. But let me just talk about. Okay, so as far as reviewing that, I mean, I already know which one. There's a clear difference. Like I know what I like already, because there's one game that I've been playing a lot more than the other ones. So it's actually not even a contest. But no, let's see. Credit where credit is due. Puyo Pop. I love this game. I played the hell out of this when it was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. To be fair, I never played Kirby's Avalanche, which I could get for this actually. That'd be fun to experiment with to see the difference between the two. But yeah, I plan to like mess around with this a little more. Like it's fun. It's fun. Again, the story mode, I can't really understand it because I don't speak Japanese. But I'd give this like a solid. I'm gonna give this a solid 7 out of 10. The Robotnik Mean Bean Machine, I'd probably give a higher score, just because you know Sonic bias. I'd give that probably an 8 out of 10. This is like a solid 7 out of 10. I'm glad I own this. This is a harder one. I'm definitely not gonna play more of this. Again, I'm gonna look up a fan translation or something. But Banshee's Last Cry, I mean, like, it has the historical value as being one of the first like horror visual novels, and it was so like influential and stuff. But just as a game, just like a game that I played, yeah, this also is not going to win the runoff. What did I just get? I just gave this a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 7 too. Like, again, it's good, but it didn't really do anything to wow me or to make me want to continue playing, honestly. And then we have this little guy. This. Okay, Cameltry. Cameltry? I have no idea how to pronounce this. So, the reason I grabbed this game, I'd never heard of it before. I mean, the cover art is very interesting to me. It's got a camel, Cameltry or whatever. I saw the company, Taito. Okay, Taito, this is a Taito title. Honestly, like, that's one of the companies I'm biased toward. Like, if you show me a game that's made by Taito, I am more than likely going to love it. I mean, they have made so many influential games. Where do I even, you know, Arkanoid, Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble, Puzzle Bobble, what else? And that's also called Bust a Move over here. What I just played something by them. Oh, Cleopatra's Fortune. I love that game. So any puzzle game really by them is a 10 for me. And this is kind of like an arcadey puzzle game by Taito. It did come over here under a different title. It didn't have the camel. For some reason, they cut out the camel. It's not called Cameltry. Over here, we got it as like on the wall, or on the ball, or ball on the wall, or something like that. But who cares? Like, I want the Japanese version. And honestly, and it was cheap. Like, these guys, I found them in my local game store. They were like $7 or $8 a pop. You know, and then Super Nintendo games in general. I'm looking at all these titles up on eBay. I want to increase my collection. I want to get a bunch more to fool around with, but like, I'm not gonna break the bank. Like, some of these titles, you know, even if they're like big ones I'm gonna have to skip because some of them can go for like, I'm sure you retro game collectors know, like some of them can go upwards of like, you know, $100, $200, $500, you know, some of them are super rare. So I'm not gonna break the bank, but yeah, I mean, usually they're like maybe say $15, $20. Like I'm willing to spend that. Once it gets to like $60, then I'm kind of like, I could just get a new, I could get a Switch game, or I could get a PS5 game for you know what I mean? Like $60 on an old Super Nintendo game that I'm not gonna play for more than a couple hours. You know, I don't know. You'd really have to kind of sell me on it, like if it was like a super you know, great RPG or something that's worth my time. But anyway, yeah, no, $8 is like totally fine. I think that's totally, you know, reasonable for something like this. But yeah, this is a very unique game. I'm gonna mess around. It's a pain in the ass to get to work. Honestly, like the other ones, ironically, they worked like instantly. They work perfectly. This one takes a while to get to work, but it's still my favorite. Like it's worth it. When I do get it to work, it's so worth it. And I have to be so careful when I'm playing it that I don't like jostle the cartridge even the tiniest fraction, because then it'll make the game freeze and I have to start over, which really fucking sucks. It's really frustrating to me, especially when I'm getting far in the game. But it's worth it. It's so worth it. Yeah, again, Taito, they were the kings. I don't know what happened to Taito, like where they went, but like they were the kings. Like again, Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble, Puzzle Bobble, you know, frickin' Breakout, or excuse me, yeah, Arkanoid. And then this guy should be Cleopatra Fortune. This guy should be up there. This guy should be talked about just as much, because so basically, if you remember, do you remember like, I swear, like I'm not imagining this. Weren't there like these old board games when we were kids, and like they had like the marble, and you would like tilt the board to like move the marble around and shit. It's kind of like that. So actually, what it reminds me of is if you played Sonic 1 on Genesis, right? There were like those bonus stages where you're trying to get the Chaos Emerald, and like Sonic's in ball form, and you're just like moving him around this like maze type of thing. Okay, it's kind of like that, except in that game you were controlling Sonic. You don't actually control the marble, and again, I have no idea what this has to do with camels. Like this is about a marble. I don't know why the camel theme is a thing, but yeah, you're controlling this marble. Actually, you're not controlling this marble. You are actually controlling the maze around the marble. So you're like rotating the whole board to get the marble to the end of the maze, and it's like one of those, you know, simple to pick up and play, but incredibly difficult to master. And there's like 4 different courses, and okay, let me like start messing around with it, and I'll show you what I mean. I just need to get this to work. But there's no question this is my favorite game. There's no question. For me, this is like a 9 out of 10. This is the one I'll continue to try playing. I'm gonna try and beat this game fully, 100%. Oh. That's it. Cameltry, Taito, push the start button. There's even a 2-player mode. So that'll... Yep. And let me show you real quick. The password screen is even really wild. So the password screen plays just like the game, where you have to, like, it's not stable. Yeah, so you have to, like, you know, highlight the letter you want as it flies by. You gotta hit that B button real quick, you know? Like... Yeah, I've never seen a password screen like this before. Incorrect password, yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's not working. But yeah, everything about this game is just so unique, and I'm so glad I discovered it. This might be my favorite Taito game. I'm not sure. So the way it works is once you start playing, you have multiple ways to control this. I think it's you have 3 different ways. So all you need to do is tilt the board left and right, and then later you can also make the ball hop by pressing B. For right now, all you need to know is I think it's Y and A, or left and right on the D-pad, or my preferred method is L and R. The way I hold it, I'm just using the shoulder buttons to rotate the map left and right. But yeah, let's go. So training course, beginner course, expert course, special course. I have beaten up to the I actually just beat the expert course. I felt very happy about that. But this is a difficult freaking game. It really is. Let me just show you the training. Again, and I was only gonna fiddle with it a little bit, and I already beat what, 3 campaigns. I just need to, I mean, it gets so freaking hard. I need to beat special course, and that's going to be varied. I'm going to spend the time, and each, you know, course gets more and more levels. You know, you go from 6 to 10 for special. And I mean, okay, yeah, well, yeah, here the directions are in Japanese, but again, Japanese version, a lot of the text has been in English. Like, I've been mostly, again, I just can't do the tutorial because it's in Japanese, but most of the game is in English, so it's actually really easy to play. In this case, I'm actually gonna have to use the D-pad because, yeah, there you go, see? So you're just rotating it, trying to get the marble. I love the music. The music is really groovy. You're just trying to get, you know, get the marble past all these hazards. And you'll see these little numbers, they let you know, pay attention to that, that's how far you are in the course. So you're like, you start at 3, oh, okay, now you're at 2, you're getting to 1, that means you're at the end of the course. That gives you a really good, quick, you need a quick visual, you know, yeah, 1, and there you go. Because you need a quick visual way, there's no maps, you need a quick visual way to know how far you are along in the course, you know what I mean? And then I don't know what she's saying, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, she bows. I'm happy this, you know, I got this to work so quick because other times, yeah, and the arrows are helpful. They let you know, like, oh, they let you know what way you're supposed to be going. I'm bad with the D-pad. I'm used to using L and R, but that's no excuse. I gotta get better at this game if I'm ever gonna beat this special course. Ugh. But yeah, once you get to like a really good groove, like you can like make the ball just fly down without touching the side. That's why I try to not touch the sides as much as humanly possible, because there will be hazards that will like. You don't have health, but like think of like time. Again, yeah, this is timed. You can die. You die if you run out of time. And yeah, here we go. These hazard blocks. You touch them, and that's stacked. So each time you touch them, oh, you lost 2 seconds. And if you keep bumping into it, like your time goes down, and you're just screwed, man. You're just screwed. So that's the worst thing that can happen to you is you hit those blocks, and they're everywhere. And, yeah, see, it even says like it says ouch. Yeah, I like that. It says like ouch. Again, it's all in English. This game is just adorable. And then there's like the yellow, there's like the big red ones. I think you saw one. That really hurts your time. Yeah, 4 out of whatever 10. So I'm sucking at this because I don't like using the D-pad. All right. Yep. Actually, let me try and show you what. Yeah, and then if you start running low on time, it'll say hurry up. Yeah, see, that hurts you. That's like -5. Yeah, yeah. And then you just, and I wanted to show you, this is also unique. So you don't die immediately. I'm about to lose a life, right? But you have a chance. You have to do this number match game. It'll give you a different one each time. So right now my number is 70. I have to stop the cursor when it's on, yeah, and I didn't get it. Unfortunate. That's some great English there. And I guess, I don't know who this woman is. I guess she's my god or something. Yes, I'd like to continue, please. But I've never seen that before. You can play a mini game to, like, you know, not die. You get like a couple seconds left on the clock, and you can try again. I've only done that once successfully because it's so quick, it's so fast and sensitive. Like, you have to like basically have like Jedi senses where, like, because as soon as, by the time you've like seen the cursor over your number, it's already moved on. You know, you're pressing the button, it's already moved on to the next number. So you have to like know ahead of time that's gonna, you know. And I can't decipher any kind of pattern or nothing. It just moved, as far as I can tell. It just moved. I've only done it once, and it was like pure blind luck. And again, it doesn't give you like a full new life. You just keep playing for like an extra 20 seconds on the clock, which is still great. You know, I love that they added that feature instead of you just dying. But I've never gotten that to really work in my favor, except for like one, and then she's explaining. So now there's these blocks that you can destroy by running into them, and that's fun. And you can, you know, increase your score by running into them. Yeah, score for people that care about score. And there's like these bumpers. I'll give you like 500 points if you hit them. Like, that's cool too. Yeah, there you go. And then I'll just show you. So you can just hit. You can bounce. If you ever get stuck, you can hit that to bounce. And that'll like help, because if you're going too slow, you actually won't destroy the block. But you can use bounce to try to, you know, add some speed. Again, I'm kind of sucking because I'm trying to play one-handed, and it's not. It's not. It's more possible. I didn't think it would be possible. I forgot you can use the D-pad left and right. But it's impossible to play with the shoulder buttons like I prefer. But whatever. We'll make do. I'm not gonna make any more excuses right now. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. And again, you kind of speed up when you're running low on time. But yeah, let me know. Have you ever seen a puzzle game like this before? I've never seen a game where you control not the ball, but the map itself. That's pretty wild to me. There you go, and I hit the goal barely. This one level when I was playing expert, I couldn't believe it. Oh, and then this happens sometimes. The lucky chance slot machine shows, and you get all these extra seconds to your time. That's fucking awesome. I don't know what causes that. That just shows up every once in a while when you beat a level, but that really helps. And yeah, she's saying, yeah, I can jump, and then I can use this to. I still don't understand what that means. I can hold it to speed up my. I don't know what that means. I wish this was in English. Hold, yeah. I don't, yeah. Maybe to make yourself fall faster you can hold it. I don't know. But anyway, and that pauses it. But yeah, I love the backgrounds, love the graphics. Like again, this almost looks at, it's a Super Nintendo game. It almost looks as good as like the Sega Saturn game I have for Cleopatra Fortune. But yeah, this is a really fun, addicting game. I've had some really close calls. When I just beat expert mode a little earlier today, I swear to you, I beat a level where I only had, the goal was right here and I was right there, and the timer was like 0.0. Like I must have hit the goal at like 0.1 or something, because it turned to 0 as I hit the goal, and I got like no bonus. That's the other thing, is like when you have an incentive to beat the level as quickly as possible, because when you beat the level, your remaining time gets added to your time for the next level. So like, oh, if I beat it right now, I'd have 40 extra seconds. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so like there's incentive to beat the level as quickly as humanly possible. But yeah, I got no bonus at that time because I beat the level somehow at 0.0. It was so nerve-wracking. But yeah, there's a 2-player mode. That'd be interesting to experiment with. I think I showed you before, but like, yeah, these are covering Super Nintendo controller ports. So I'd have to get a buddy. I think we would use my SupaBoy as a screen. I'd have to get 2 controllers actually, and we would plug them both in, and we'd have to use that. That's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know if I mean, that'd be fun to experiment with, but like I'm not using this for multiplayer. Mainly, I'm mainly just like fooling around with the handheld, single player games by myself. But maybe at some point I'll try, multiplayer, let you guys know if that actually works or not. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. So as I said, yeah, Cameltry's getting a freaking 9. Cameltry's getting a 9. I highly recommend you try and pick this up, either the American version or the Japanese, if you can find it. Again, most of the text is in English. You can get by just fine playing it in Japanese, even if you don't speak it. So I guess in order, my favorite would be Cameltry. I plan to play this and finish the full game. It might take a while because I beat expert mode. Special course, there's like the 4th special course. That's really freaking hard. You gotta be like a Jedi master at Cameltry. So, but anyway, I plan to do that. So Cameltry wins the runoff, but second place is going to Puyo. I'll probably mess around with this more at some point. And then, Banshee's Last Cry. I'll try and find like a translation, and like I am curious like what happens in this game. But it's definitely my least favorite of the 3 to play for sure. But yeah, I love doing videos like this. I love like the runoff of 3 games. I love my SupaBoy. This is like an excuse to break this guy out. Next runoff, I mean, I could do 3 Super Nintendo games. I'm gonna try and find some PAL exclusive games, because I really want to like an excuse to try that Switch out. So yeah, I might try and do like a runoff of like 3 PAL games or something. But yeah, stay tuned. Let me know if you want to see more Super Nintendo games.